Live, live, live. How you doing, everybody? Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. How's it going, Ted? Hey. Welcome to another episode of Traveling with Bruce on the live stream, the 8 o'clock or the 5 o'clock Eastern Time edition. That's right, not the 8 o'clock. I did that already. I did that yesterday. I'm doing another one tomorrow. Thanks for joining me today on my live stream here on Traveling with Bruce. If you're new to this stream, and you're a new cruiser, boy, are you in luck. You've come to the right place. This is the place that people hang out here almost, 6 days a week. We kind of hang around here for about an hour or so every day, and we talk about cruise ships. We talk about cruise ship deals, news, trends, what's going on, how to be a smarter traveler, how to get a real good deal for your dollar on traveling. So if you're a new cruiser, you've never been on a cruise ship before, you've come to the right place. If a friend of yours told you, you got to check this guy out, you can learn an awful lot in one show. What's going on in the cruise business? Here we are. This is also an open Q&A site. So if you have a question about going on a cruise or about the cruise ship world or anything like that, fire away. If I can answer it on the spot, I will. If I can't, then probably one of my viewers here who are logging in right now will probably be able to answer it, because there's quite a few folks here who love to talk about cruise ships and cruising all the time, and they join us every day. What I ask you to do, if you want, tell me, where are you? Where are you located? Where are you watching me from right now? What's your high temperature today? Is it warmer where you are than where I am? Probably is my guess. Where I am is in Creston, British Columbia, here in Canada. I'm 3 miles north of the Idaho border, and I have to tell you today, it's not yucky. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day here today. Beautiful, brilliant sunshine. We're only hitting a high of 40. It's not like we're in a heat wave or anything, but oh my, it feels a lot warmer than that. And it looks a lot warmer than that. The meltage is everywhere. We have snow just disappearing here, and we're getting warmer. Later this week, we're supposed to be at 50 to 52 degrees Fahrenheit. By the weekend, I don't know if there'll be any snow left around here, and I couldn't be happier about that. Fantastic. The mountains are covered in snow. That's why I keep looking out. I'm looking out at the mountains over there. Let me give you a peek here. I don't know if this will work for you or not. You might not be able to see it. Yeah, right through that little window over there, right through there. There's the little bit of a mountain range there. It's absolutely gorgeous and spectacular views. There you go, a little better view from a bit of my house here. I've got the curtains drawn over here so that I'm trying to limit the amount of sun that's coming in here, because if I don't do that, I'll just be one glare, as if you haven't got enough, stuff to look at that shines off. It's not like I got hair to block the sun, you know what I'm saying? So we'll take this. This is a fantastic weather the turnaround for us. It's just been miserable here lately, cloudy and yucky and foggy, and yeah, but it's great now, and we're loving it. So we're having a great time here. We're very happy. What else is going on? I got some other news for you guys, some updates for you on what's happening. I want to thank a number of my viewers the last couple of days. Some of you have been sending me proceeds through the super chat feature that's on this channel. Some of you are signing into my Patreon page, which I don't even ask for that, which is fantastic. I've had a Patreon page for months, and I don't do much with it, but you can make a monthly pledge there. And then PayPal. I had someone from Australia yesterday send me money from PayPal, so I opened up a PayPal account to accept it. It's like I'm not going to accept it. So thank you very much for that. And I have been offering the last day or two these things right here, right behind me. These sport medallions. So you regulars, I hope I'm not boring you with this. I know I mention this all the time, but for those of you who haven't been around for a while or have never seen this before, I used to own a sports store at one time selling baseball caps, jerseys, and coffee mugs with sport logos on it for, baseball teams, hockey teams, football teams, that kind of thing. And I have left over a bunch of medallions, sports medallions. That these things are about the size of a quarter, and they have a little peely thing on the back. You just peel off, and you can stick them onto like you got a business card holder. Somebody that gives out business cards. It's perfect for a business card holder. You just stick on one of those, and while you're presenting your business card, you have your favorite team logo on it, going, "Oh yes, yes, this is the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl championship team, isn't that? What a quinkydink! Oh wow, here's my card. Yes, I'm an Eagles fan, or a Boston Bruins fan, or a Chicago Blackhawks fan, wherever you are." And I have a pile of these. I must have about 4,000 of these left over from about 20,000 I once had. I tell you, I used to have a zillion of these. And they're great to put on a wallet. You can put on a leather wallet. They stick on leather. They're great to go on a cell phone, on the back of your cell phone. Again, while you're talking, you're showing off that logo to, you know, whoever's kind of watching you talk. And anyway, I am trying to give these away as a gift if you give me a $10 contribution. So if you hit me up with a super chat for $10 or more, you get one of these. Pick your team. I don't have every single team, but I have a nice collection here. And I did a video back in when was it, Bruce? Was it November? I think it was November about these. I did actually a video just about all those, and I zoomed in with my camera so you can see all the teams I have, and I list them all in the description of the video. So if you go to my homepage, you can check out that video and you can see all the logos I have. And if you want one, hey, just let me know. I put my email address on the text messaging thing we have going here, and you just send me an email saying, "Hey, Bruce, I sent you $10 today. Here's my address. Here's the team I want," and then I'll be happy to mail it to you right away. And speaking of super chat, someone has already made a donation here. Isn't this wonderful? I haven't even had time to say hi to everybody. Bob Hollis, thank you. Some more egg money for you. Bob Hollis sent me $10 today. Thank you, Bob, very much. I really appreciate it. That's good for. Well, that's good for a chicken bake and a Costco hot dog and a sundae, and I think I still get about $4 and change from Costco. So how good is that? I mean, this is fantastic. It's like you're giving me like a whole day's worth of food at the Costco food cart, easy. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was just mentioning to my viewers the other day, I was in Costco at Coeur d'Alene, Idaho on Sunday, my day off, the day I'm not on the air. And I just love the Costco prices down there and the selection. And I mentioned to everyone that I bought 5 dozen eggs for it's $1.40 a dozen down there, $7 or something like that. It's insanely cheap. Up here, a dozen eggs cost us about $3.20 Canadian. $3.20. It's like $2.60 a dozen or more. I mean, stupid. I mean, our chickens cost more to make eggs here than no. It's government regulations. What are you going to do? But anyway, I got some more egg money. Thank you. Okay, what else is going on? Oh, channel updates on the channel. Only added about 4 subs since last night. I had 1,243 last night. Right now, 1,247. But thank you for the 4 newbies that have joined, and welcome aboard. Later today, not too many hours from now, I will hit 150,000 total views on my channel. That's a nice round number there. And tonight or by tomorrow morning when I wake up, I will have surpassed, are you ready for this one? This is a big one. 1 million is the number. 1 million minutes of watch time on my channel. 1 million minutes of watch time will be hit on this channel. And I only started August the 12th of 2017. I can't believe it. It's just unbelievable. I remember in my first couple of weeks, I was doing 50 minutes a day. I remember when I hit an hour. When I hit an hour, a whole hour of watch time today. It must have been like, I don't know, 10 people watching 6 minutes each or something. Like, wow, an hour in a day. And I remember when I was hitting an hour of watch time in an hour. That was a big moment. When I actually achieved that, I thought, wow, every minute that passes, someone's watching a minute of my watch time. It's incredible. Now it's 1 million minutes approaching, and it's just going to sail by there. I'm averaging almost 20,000 minutes a day now. 20,000 minutes a day. That's you guys. That's all you people out there. It's wonderful. I'm just thrilled and humbled and happy and love it. And thank you very much. I have a long way to go to become any kind of a channel of size, but this to me is big stuff, and I love it. So thank you for watching and following and asking questions, sending me comments, helping me out with super chat or whatever else, buying these. Great, fantastic, and I just keep on going. Still not monetized. Those of you who are curious, still not monetized on YouTube. I've been shut off since the 20th of February with everybody else that's in my boat, and we're all waiting and hearing nada. But we have a feeling that they're busy. They're really hard at work, and I think they're going to do a mass monetization thing where they just hit a button and go click and boom, a pile of us are back on. But that boom hasn't happened yet, so we're waiting to see. Okay, want to say hi to everybody, and I got a couple of news items for you guys to talk to you about today. And got a skill testing question for you guys today. I got a little trivia, so I'm going to put you guys to work. You think you're just sitting back watching me work? No, I'm going to put you guys to work, but I don't want you to cheat. I don't know how I'm going to regulate that. I think some of you are going to cheat. You're going to look it up on Google, but it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. All right. Hi, Pamela Jordan is the first person I'm going to say hi to today. Pamela. Hi, Pamela. She's saying hi, Bruce, and everyone. It's sunny and 52 degrees here in Iva, South Carolina. George McCrower is here. He's telling me it's 70 degrees, sunny in the villages of Florida. George, how are you, pal? It's good to have you back. You probably all noticed too, well, not all of you, but some of you may have watched a live stream of mine in the last 24 hours. Have you noticed? The comments are on the video now. You can see your own entries, so behave. But it's great. I'm glad that's in there, and people can sort of listen to me read these, but they can also see them while they're watching, and that's fantastic. Another good move by YouTube. Mary W.S. here. Dubia. Hi, 31 degrees and 8 to 14 inches of snow expected here in New Hampshire. You were telling me that yesterday. Oh my, I'd heard this from the Northeast, that nor'easter's coming. Oh, you are getting hit there. Hopefully it's one of the last ones of the year. Cross our fingers. PJ Drayton is here saying, good afternoon, 31 and sunny in Omaha, Nebraska. And I'm beating you guys today. I am at 40. I've got 40 degrees here, and you're at 31. Isn't that something? Bob Hollis, hi, Bruce, 50 and sunny in Atlanta. Hi, Bob, and thank you. Scott Batchley, hi, Bruce, cloudy and 65 here in Ventura. Hi, everybody. And then we have Exelospo from Tokyo. Good morning. Tokyo currently 4 degrees Celsius, about 38 Fahrenheit. Later, it'll be rainy all day and all night with a high of 8 Celsius. And then supposedly from 11 p.m., it's going up to 18. Not sure how that works, but that's the forecast. You must be getting some kind of a front coming through there. Fantastic. The 18 will take you close to, geez, that'll take you close to 65 degrees. That's amazing. And there's Bob Hollis's contribution. Thank you, Bob. You get another medallion. Just pick one. I'll send it to you. Wes Morrison, hi, Bruce. Happy to watch you live today, 78 and sunny in New Braunfels. Hi, Wes, and thank you for the email. I know that story. It's here, and I'll reveal it in a bit. Thank you, sir. Judy Estes is here. Hi, Bruce. 61 degrees in Sacramento. Finally warming up. Judy, welcome, and thank you for all of your messages and your kind words and suggestions. I love it. Welcome back today from Sacramento. Sunny Sacramento, I suppose. Warming up. Olani Column is here. Hi, Bruce, and everyone. 60 degrees here in Fort Worth, the Fort Worth area in Texas. Welcome back. Michelle Wisniewski, hi from Renfrew, Ontario. It's 0 Celsius, light snow. And is it getting worse? Are you going to get a lot of snow from that nor'easter? Is that going to hit you too? Or is it just staying on the east coast of the U.S. and the Maritimes? Welcome to my channel today. Debbie Emanuel, hi, Bruce. Yay, money already. Gonna be a great day. Low 60s here in Northern California. One of my biggest fans. Thanks, Debbie. And I sent you a message earlier today about those medallions. I hope you got it. Paula K is here. Hi, Bruce. 38 in Hanover. This is Pennsylvania. Boy, we missed that storm that blew past us this AM. Yay, went north and south of us. It's always sunny in Hanover. You're lucky, Paul. That's good stuff. Fantastic. Is it Shelley is here? S1. Shirley. Hi, Bruce. 47 degrees in sunny Greensboro, North Carolina. Sylvia. It's an S name. Hi, Sylvia. Is a super chat a one-time thing or is it a monthly? Oh, it's a one-time thing. Super chat is where the dollar signs on the bottom of this chat thing. If you hit that, you'll have instructions on what to do. You can select the amount you want to send me. It's done through a credit card. You have to say yes. It says you can't take a refund once you send it to them. Yes, you have to agree to that. You hit the button, and then boom, it arrives. And it's just a one-time tip jar donation, I call it. And I appreciate all of them. Elizabeth Breen is saying it's beautiful in Florida. Well, of course it's beautiful in Florida. It's got to be. That's good to hear. Although it wasn't beautiful in hurricane season, was it? It wasn't always beautiful, but it's beautiful today. Welcome, Elizabeth. Fantastic to have you here. PJ Drayton is saying cruise passenger was rescued last night after I think it's a she, went over the side of the Norwegian Epic, is in stable condition. don't hear about people being rescued after they go over to the side too often. And I think what we had here is witnesses saw it, witnessed it happening, and were able to immediately get a hold of staff. And more than one person saw it. So the people who saw it kept an eye on her as they were moving away from her, the ship's moving, and were able to point and point. It's there. She's there. She's there. There. And so the staff was able to come up with binoculars, obviously, and confirm. And they got her. Unbelievable. Apparently, they went back to was it Fort Lauderdale? They went back to I think Fort Lauderdale, and she's in hospital and haven't heard anything more. The question now is: was it intentional? Was it accidental? How did it happen? There are cameras. I'm sure that'll catch a lot of that. But will we hear more about it? I don't know. We might not. But that was a rare piece of good news for sure. Bob, hi, Bruce, 50 in Pelham, Alabama today. Go Tide. How are you, Bob? Welcome back. Belinda C is here from the Gold Coast in Australia, down under. Hi, Belinda. Good morning, and thank you for your donations yesterday on PayPal. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Really appreciate it. And you didn't even want a medallion. I mean, my goodness, I've got thousands of them. I'll send you one. Just let me know. Debbie is here. Debbie saying, hi, Bruce. 2 degrees in Coburg. Going to put the patio furniture out next week. Am I serious? I'm serious. She means it. She means it. Means it. She means it. Get the patio furniture out and maybe force the weather to warm up. I mean, come on, give me the heat. I want some sunshine. I want spring. It's still, you're pushing your luck. It's March. Michelle, no, just light snow today and tomorrow. Talking about Ontario, you're not getting it. That's great. Easy, you let off lightly by the weatherman. Take it. Fantastic. Soulful of Music is here. Man went overboard on MSC Seaside 2. He screamed, don't lower the lifeboats. I need the fresh air. Don't save me. I'm trying to get away from the stench on the ship. Just don't save me, please. Oh man, the old MSC Seaside. And you are an authority, Soulful of Music, because you were on that ship yourself. And I appreciate all your comments that you've been able to make to answer questions that all of us have had about it. It's unreal. Sylvan Forrest is here, and he's saying, hi, Bruce. 76 degrees here in Delray Beach, Florida. Sunny and very enjoyable with your channel. Rum and Coke and our daily cigar. Everyone, please hit that thumbs up button. Bruce deserves it. Thank you, Sylvan, for the plug on the thumbs ups. We love to get those thumbs ups, and we appreciate each and every one of them. Thank you, all you guys. The Steaming Bean is here today. Coburg has one of Canada's best beaches. There's a fact for you. There's some nice beaches in Lake Huron as well. I remember as a teenager being in high school in Waterloo, Ontario, and the May long weekend. That was the big first one to get out of town and head up to cottage country, we would call it in Canada, and head up to where would it be? Just south of just up by Lake Huron. I'm trying to remember the exact area. It'll come to me. If I don't remember today, I'll mention it tomorrow. But some of you folks in Ontario might know what I'm talking about. But all the high school kids and college kids, university kids, we would welcome, the May long weekend as sort of the unofficial start of early summer, and we would hope that it would be a warm long weekend and get some camping in, or head up to our parents' cottages or friends of a friend's cottage and party all weekend long. Get the guitars out, start singing. Let's see. Lawrence Bell is here today. Hey, Bruce, back from Seaside. Wasn't that bad? Okay, Lawrence Bell, you're back. Tell us about it. Deb is saying, but still cold to swim in it. Yeah, Lawrence Bell, entertaining, needs an upgrade and a few room design flaws, but overall a good cruise and a wonderful price. You got the deal, didn't you? And speaking of the price, I was just on vacations to go 5-10 minutes before I went on the air just to take a quick peek for any last minute deals. MSC Seaside balcony prices, $429, $449 right now for 1 week balcony pricing on Seaside. That's a sign that people have been canceling out like crazy in these last few weeks, and there are empty balconies. balconies going empty, and they're desperate to fill them, and so they're offering them up at the last minute. Very interesting. How was the food, Lawrence? Tell us about the food. Did you do the buffet at all? What about the complaints from people about the announcements being in 4 or 5 or 6 different languages for every announcement? Was any of that a problem? Did you notice any lineups for people wanting to complain at the help services desk, like the front desk area? Was there any of that going on? Kind of curious. What else were the complaints about? Well, did you notice any poop smell anywhere? Did you have any of that anywhere? I'm curious about that too. Were you in an upper level cabin? Like, were you on a balcony with the outside? Were you higher up, front of the ship, back of the ship? Whatever you want to tell us, let us know. We're dying to find out. Steamy Bean, Bruce, looking for your prediction. By how many points will the Calgary Stampeders lose the Grey Cup this November? Yes, the Stampeders, the football team, which is right here, Calgary Stampeders, they've been the best team in professional football for probably the last 3 seasons combined. They probably have only lost 6 regular season games in 3 seasons. They've won their playoff game to give them to the big game, the so-called Super Bowl of Canada, the Grey Cup game. They've been to the Grey Cup game now twice in a row, and they've lost both times to huge underdogs. They just lose. They have a great season, destroy everybody during the year, get the Grey Cup game and go and lose. And so Steamin' Bean is just rubbing it in because he sees the shirt. But Steamin' Bean, aren't you located in the province of Saskatchewan, where you've got a football team named the Saskatchewan Roughriders that haven't been to the Grey Cup lately and haven't had a winning season lately, and they got problems? Well, let's not go into that. This is not about football. It's not about football. We're here to talk about cruise ships. Okay, here we go. Elizabeth Breen is saying, April 1st is my 2-day cruise to Freeport. I'm excited. Fantastic, Elizabeth. It's going to be great. You're going to get up there and enjoy it. That'll be fantastic. Steaming Bean saying on Lawrence's de-embarkation day, he told the crew, smell you later. Lawrence is saying, let's see, it catered to too many foreigners. It's catering to too many foreigners, probably. A little poop smell, he says, was in a 9th floor balcony. So you were certainly away from it, and you had the fresh air to take care of it, but you could still sense it. You knew it was there. So there you go. Steaming Bean, I was Ottawa born and raised. That's a town. That's another Rough Rider city. Folks, there was a time when the CFL, Canadian Football League, had 9 teams. 2 of them were called Rough Riders at the same time. The Ottawa Rough Riders and the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. And the sports commentators would give us the scores at the end of the day. You know, we get the football scores, and we'd have the Calgary Stampeders would beat the Toronto Argonauts, 24-24, and the Rough Riders 24 and the Rough Riders 21. There you go. Figure it out. Only in Canada, the Rough Riders 24, Rough Riders 21. Because 2 teams had the same name at the same time. There's only 9 teams in the league. We ran out of names, so we started sharing it. Ottawa Rough Riders don't exist anymore, by the way. They got out Rough Ridered by the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, I guess. And there you go. Okay. L. Bell laugh out loud. Lawrence, buffet was okay, and nice that it was open to 10 p.m. Done dinner for 2. Oh, did dinner for 2 for $138 for 3 restaurants. Done dinner for, so okay, so you went to 3 restaurants, did dinner, and it cost you $138. Maybe not so bad. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. We've heard so many stories about the seaside. Unbelievable. But the price is right. No question about it. Like I said, $429 and $449 for a week-long Caribbean cruise, balcony room, MSC Seaside. I don't know where the balcony rooms are, but that's what I know. I don't have the dates. Just go to vacationsgo.com. You'll find it there. Let's see here. Sylvana saying, anything in the dinner buffet other than hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken nuggets, or French fries? Very good question, sir. Jay Sonic is here. Hi, Bruce. Hi, guys. It's lovely to be in here. 30 feels like 19 with light snow. That's in Montreal, folks. Montreal, Quebec. Hey, Jay Sonic. How are you? I did also see on the Vacations to Go site today a repositioning cruise. No, sorry. It was a 7-day cruise on Epic in the Mediterranean. $686 for a balcony, April 22nd. Now that's on sale because why? Early in the season, April 22nd. It's cool. It's not hot in the Mediterranean yet. It's cool to warm, but $686 for a balcony on the Epic. Good deal. big ship, lots to do, lots to see. So not so bad. Scott Durwood, hi, Bruce. I'm late, 19 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny in Havre, Montana. How are you, Scott? Welcome, pal. Good to have you here. And the Steaming Bean is saying the seaside definitely has a poop deck. Yeah, they have a poop deck. He's got a million of them today, as we can see, folks. He's on a roll. You can't stop this guy. All right, so a couple of pieces of news that I came up with today that I saw. First of all, I noticed there was a gathering of cruise industry professionals this past week in Florida. I can't remember if it was Miami or not. Really didn't pay attention too much to that, but I did notice one of the headlines was that there are now 106 cruise ships on order from shipbuilding factories around the world for large and small cruise lines, like all of them combined. 106 on order over the next decade. $65 billion in value, build-out value. That's showing you how much money is going into the cruise business for new inventory to handle the expected increase in passenger capacity. It's just absolutely miraculous. It's marvelous, magnificent. And I heard from a viewer of mine, but I also did know this, that Viking Cruise Lines, Viking, the ocean division, they've just ordered 6 new ships to be added to their fleet. They'll be at 16 ships between now and 2025, 26. And the thing about the Viking ocean cruise ships that they hold about 930 passengers. They don't have anyone under 18 allowed. It's an adult-only cruise line, high-end, all-inclusive. So you're not going to get the $100 a night balcony rate on Viking, but you're going to get none of the add-ons either. So if you're in one of the higher-end balcony units, you'll have alcohol included. It's so included that not only is the alcohol in your cabin in your mini bar fridge, it's actually it really is. It's a mini bar fridge with booze in it. When you come onto the ship from a shore excursion, they don't care if you bring a bottle of booze on board. they don't care. You got a bottle of rum? Bring your own bottle of rum. We don't care. It's included in your cruise. You can have a rum now, rum and Coke. Well, you want to bring your own rum, go ahead. I did notice a video by Jim Zim, who I like watching, and he had done a report on a Viking ship, and he brought a bottle of rum on board that he gets in Jamaica. That he it's like a Jamaican-made blended rum, and it was a spiced number, like meat or Rita Moreno, kind of a spicy number. And he brought on a bottle of a spicy rum, and they didn't care. Yeah, use your booze or use our booze. You paid for it. Help yourself, pal. So that's the kind of cruise line that is. Pretty nice. So 6 new ships coming from Viking over the next 7, 8, 9 years. Go up to 16 ships. So they'll be operating in Alaska. They'll be operating in the Caribbean like they do now, the Mediterranean. They'll probably be in Australia. They'll likely be Northern Europe, of course, the Baltic area, seasonally, of course. They'll do, of course, there'll be repositionings, obviously. Then I think they're going to add South America, and I can see them adding African cruises, perhaps Middle East. They're just going to expand out and cover the globe. 16 ships. The demand is there for the aging baby boomer who wants to be on a cruise for 10 days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever the length is. But without the kids and without grandkids, this is, grandma and grandpa time. And they're prepared to pay for the solitude and the amenities. And there you go. So that's what's happening. Jay Sonic saying, I'm good, just making my bed, getting dressed. Lawrence Ball is saying, Lawrence Bell, I eat like little kids, so it fit perfectly for me. The captain spoke 6 languages, thanking everyone. Laugh out loud. Tommy Eaton is here. Hey, Bruce, are cigars and cigarettes duty-free on Carnival Elation? Are there limits? Duty-free. Good question, Tommy Eaton. If you're headed on the Elation to Bermuda or the Bahamas, that's a good question, folks. What do you think, folks? He can buy duty free on board. They'll have the duty free shop on board, and they'll sell alcohol and and perfumes and probably cigars on board. So you'll probably be able to get that. But you're not going to get Cuban cigars because you can't take them into the U.S. I don't think. Maybe things have changed the last 2 years, but I'm not sure if Cuban cigars are yet allowed into the United States. And you can probably bring in at least a bottle of booze to the U.S. duty-free, one per adult, I would think. You certainly can on any other cruise line that you're going on, so I can't see why not on the Elation. So I'm thinking, yes, I think you would be. Tommy is also asking, also saw a video with fridge filled with drinks. Are these complimentary? No. If you're on a Carnival cruise, no, they're not complimentary. They're extra. You take one drink from that mini bar, you will pay dearly. Now, what I do, because I've mentioned this to all you folks, one of my, ways of saving money on a cruise. If I'm on a 1 week Caribbean cruise, I'm taking 3 dozen colas with me, stuffed in my luggage, whether the cruise line officially allows it or not, and generally very few don't allow it. Someone tried to tell me the other day Royal Caribbean won't allow you to bring your own pop on board. I'll bring my caffeine-free Diet Coke in cans in my luggage, and I defy Royal Caribbean to find them. If they find them, take them out. They find them and take them out. But is it worth their time? No. But anyway, apart from that, when I get to my cabin, I'll tell my cabin steward, please clean out the bar fridge. I don't want anything in there. I don't want any accident to befall any item in that bar fridge. So get it out of there, and it's empty now. And now I load up my cola in that bar fridge. That's what I use it for. It's not for their stuff. It's for my stuff. And you can do the same thing. You can tell your room steward, if you've got something you want to bring with you for your cabin, then, tell them to clean it out. They'll take it away, and you won't be charged for anything. And, the menu will, the room charges won't be piling up because you're taking drinks out of the bar fridge. But if you want to partake of what they've got, help yourself. But there's a little menu on that little table right on top of it, right on the counter, telling you this is how much you're going to pay for that cola, this is how much for that beer, this is how much the wine is, or whatever it is you're partaking from, just so you know. It's just like a hotel room, similar kind of deal. Let's see here what's going on. Okay, Bob Hollis, they are duty-free, most all cruise ships. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Debbie asked my husband, can I have new quartz countertops? Answer, no. You do not want to go on a cruise this. No. It's either cruise countertops or it's a cruise. What do you want? One or the other. Make up your mind. Okay, I get it. Thank you. Jay Sonic, I think Cuban cigars are allowed in Canada. Yes, they are. Yeah, you can bring Cubans back to Canada, but only so many, because then after that you pay duty on them. Steaming Bean NCL is getting cheap with their nickel and diming, he says. I will definitely be tempted to use another cruise line after my escape cruise. I hear you, but I will tell you that they and others are doing it. But yeah, an NCL definitely started it with the anytime cruising thing. Freestyle cruising, like you're free to pay extra. They started, and everyone's jumped in big time on the extras and all these other little charges. Sylvan Forrest is saying here, I researched buying prescription medication in Mexico. If you buy a large multi-month supply, a problem may arise when you return to the U.S. or Canada. Customs frown upon that. It depends on what it is. If it's a prescribed drug versus 144 week supply of whatever. But I can tell you that medication, it's pretty easy going. Folks, just take it across. It's legal medication. It's prescription medication for your doctor. A 6-month supply, a 1-year supply. I don't see a big problem with that. But if you get the agent of agents who's got nothing better to do with 5,000 people coming off a cruise ship, and they want to target you for an inspection, they're going to target you for an inspection. You tell them what it is, and you're upfront with them. So this is my medication. I have a prescription from my doctor. And they may say, well, we'll tell you what, 3 months you can bring in, the other 9 months you'll have to pay for, and there might be a duty on it. But personally, I wouldn't worry about it. I just put it in the luggage and bring it in. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Topo is here. Hello, I'm French. Are you? And you? Oh, hi, Topo. I'm not French, but welcome. Welcome to the chat. And Are you watching from France or Quebec in Canada? Where are you watching us from? Welcome here. Stillman Forest, you may buy Cuban cigars on the ship and on the islands. You just can't bring them into the U.S. because of the embargo on Cuban goods. There you go. So you can't bring them in the States. You can bring them into Canada, but you can't bring it to Canada through the U.S. You can't go on a cruise and bring them into the United States and say, I'm going to get on a flight to Canada in 15 minutes. No, I don't think you can do that. But Canadians can buy Cubans on their trips to Cuba for those all-inclusive vacations, and then they fly back to Canada nonstop and land in Canada on their plane. They can bring Cubans in. Cuban cigars, I'm saying, not Cubans. Tommy Eaton, thanks for the info. You're welcome, Tommy. And any questions you have, just let us know. Bob Hollis, don't try to check your drinks on embarkation. Need to put it in your luggage. There you go. Put it in your luggage. Jay Sonic, by the way, he's saying, oh, by the way, there's no more hiccups today on the internet feed. It's early, Jay Sonic. It's really early. It looks good now, but it could deteriorate. We'll keep an eye on things. So we hope for the best. Thumbs ups. Steaming Bean, Norwegian Cruise Line will not allow cruisers to take on their own water. Jeez Louise. Stuff it in your luggage. I'm telling you right now, whatever you want to bring on board that ship, stuff it in your luggage and make them take it out. 2 pieces of luggage, 4,000 passengers, 8,000 pieces of luggage, 2-hour window to get on the ship. You'll be fine. Lawrence Bell, you can buy Cuban cigars, but just have a different label for them. Well, be careful. Elizabeth, 3 cruises booked. My husband said, give him a break. 3 cruises booked. This is fantastic. Let's see here. It was trash. You've got to check the detailed info on the website before you head to Cuba. Okay. I don't know, Jay Sonic, what happened with you on that booze and your dad. He's saying that his dad bought a big bottle of booze at the resort, but something happened at security here in Cuba, and it was trash. We've got to check the detailed info on the website. I do not know, sir. I would have put it in the luggage and not tried to carry it. But I no idea, sir. I have no idea what their rules are down there on that. Lawrence Bell, I believe it in a 90-day supply of medicine. It was the movie Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, like I said, 3 months is easy to bring across. That's standard. And if it's opened, if the medication you bought in Mexico, in bottle of pills, and you've opened the bottle, right, and the seal is off, and it's looks like it's used medication, they're not going to care. The customs is hardly going to go crazy about this. A 22-year-old traveler with 50 bottles of medicine in their luggage, they're going to stop that person and say, what's the deal here? A retired, mature looking couple. I'm not using the word a mature looking couple with medication with them is what we call normal in this world, in our Western world. And the last thing customs wants to do is play footsies with you to figure out, have you got too many of these and too many of the, I mean, they got better things to do with their time. And boy, they need the grief from grandmas and grandpas trying to bring home some medication for the, I don't think so. So Sylvain, pick up what you need, shove it in your luggage, take off the seals, and put it in there, and you'll be fine. Have some in your wife's, some in yours, some in your wife's purse, some in your carry-on. Spread it around and bring in your meds. I don't think you can have a problem. I really don't. I'm not telling people to bring in illicit stuff. It's your medication from your doctor. It's the meds your doctor's telling you to take for cholesterol, high blood pressure, the stuff you're getting hosed for in the United States. That's available at what, 20 cents on the dollar, 15 cents on the dollar in Mexico? Buy it there, bring it back. You'll be fine. I'm watching from I hope Topo is saying I'm watching from France, and welcome if you are. Hi, how are you? Nick Crompton, what is this? What is this, Nick? What is this? Well, what do you think this is? We're talking about cruise ship vacationing. We're talking about holidaying. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. If you're a fan of cruise ships, you've come to the right place. If you're not a fan of cruise ships and going on cruise holidays, you might get bored awful quick. But then again, you might enjoy listening and watching what we're doing. It's my daily show. Debbie's saying neighbors just got back from a 5-star Cuban all-inclusive. They said the food was terrible. They probably paid the same or more for a cruise. Cruises are value for the money. I agree. Even comparing a all-inclusive resort in Cuba, cruising still beats it. I think still beats it because of all the other things that cruising encompasses. Your view changes all the time. The cruise ship will avoid nasty, nasty weather if there is anywhere. In the resort in Cuba, you're there for the week that a tropical storm comes in for 5 days. You're there for the 5-day tropical storm show. At least on the cruise ship, you're moving 700 miles overnight to the next resort, or 300 miles. Chances are the weather could be different. Hopefully it'll still be sunny, that kind of thing. If there's a hurricane, it's not going to the hurricane. Skyhawk is here. Skyhawk 1987 Turbo. Nick, that is not proper grammar. Nick, sorry, Nick. You got people picking on you now. You got to use proper grammar. Bob, pretty sure you can now bring into the U.S. up to $100 of alcohol tobacco from Cuba. Obama's policy changed a couple of years ago. Again, I would double check on the cigars. There might be certain things that may or may not qualify for, but yes, you can go online and check it out online. The U.S. Customs Services, they'll have all the exemptions listed there for all countries. You can certainly figure it out. Jay Sonic saying his mistake was to put it in my Sonic bag. He didn't want to put the luggage because it's booze and glass. Well, like I said, if you put it in there and surround it with the clothing, it would have been fine, but whatever. Bob, actually, Cuban cigars purchased anywhere can be legally brought into the United States. Bob is saying. Okay, Bob, thank you for that. Let's see. Alunai is saying, my mom tried to take water on Royal Caribbean. It was in her luggage. They found it, and they called her to the holding room and removed it. She said the room was full of people and luggage. Well, if they want to play that game, go ahead and play that game and just irk the passengers to no end for trying to bring H2O on a cruise ship that's going sailing on H2O. Fine. Are they getting happy comments from us right now? No. It's not popular. I think it's ridiculous. If they want to soak you $2.50 for a bottle of water, then they're tipping their hand to you right up front, aren't they? They're just saying, oh, yeah, we got you on the ship for a good deal, but now we're going to nail you with the nickel and diming. And we love you. Just keep paying. Like I said, the odds of 6,600 passengers, two items of luggage per passenger, 13,200 pieces of luggage. Good luck. RCCL. Good luck. Make everybody mad. Go ahead, try it. It's not going to deter me if I was going to do it. Let's see here. Heather Young. Hi, everybody. Hi, Heather. How are ya? Skyhawk is saying buying meds outside the USA is scamming the insurance company. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're scamming the insurance company, Skyhawk. Oh, give me a break. Goodness gracious. If that's sarcasm, you're darn good at it. If it isn't sarcasm, you better become a sarcasist. Why would anyone be gullible enough to pay the full retail price on prescriptions when the rest of the planet outside of the United States, countries buy medicine by the country load at negotiated prices from drug companies? And these pills that you folks are forced to take, I'm sorry to say, you're getting ripped off down in the USA. You really are. The prices that some of you are being forced to pay for medications is astonishing to us in Canada. We only have 36 million up here. We don't have buying power like Britain does or Germany does. But my goodness, Mexico, why can you buy something in Mexico for, say, $20 for a 3 month supply of a medication that would run you $200 in the United States or $150? Why? Are the Mexicans that much smarter? Are they buying a watered down version of the drug? What's the deal? No, No, they're buying it in bulk as a nation, and they have buying power, negotiating power. The United States, for whatever reason, I don't understand why. American pharmaceuticals just have the Americans over a barrel. It's unbelievable. I know why. We all know why. There's 540 members of them in Washington that are responsible, who made it impossible for Americans to get a good drug price because they're protecting the interests. That's all. This is not a political show. I don't want it to be a political show, but meds are political, aren't they? And isn't that sad? But look, if you guys can get the medication in Mexico and bring it back, do it. And just look after number one. That's you. Look after number one, because others aren't. You should be being looked after, and you're not. Jay Sonic is talking to Debbie. Randy Lucas. Hi, Bruce. Cloudy and 63 today in Paradise, California. 26 days until our back-to-back Caribbean transatlantic cruise. Excited? Oh, yeah, duh. Yes, sir. Fantastic. That's awesome. Sylvana saying, my heart bleeds for the insurance companies. And if you believe that, I have a lovely farmland I can show you at low tide. I got some beautiful farmland for you. Charles Jordan, the bad thing is everybody knows it, of course. The Steaming Bean, any thoughts on Carnival Magic? No, I have no thoughts on the Carnival Magic. What would you like to know about the Carnival Magic? Are you thinking of going on it? Have you been on it? Have you heard good things about it, bad things about it? Maybe some of us have been on it before. I haven't. Debbie Emanuel, Norwegian, has already got that in writing. A free drink package does not include water. Isn't that something? So get to buy water through cruise line to have in our room. Isn't that amazing? And one of the tips out there for water, by the way, folks, is you can drink the tap water out of a cruise ship. It's just fine. It's just fine. And if you're not happy with your tap water from your room, go to one of the public bathrooms where the water's running all the time. If you're not happy with that water, go to the buffet, to where the drink station is. You know what? They have the tea and the coffee. They have the cold water tap right there. Pour yourself a whole bunch of water in your sport cup that can hold 25 ounces or whatever the size of your sport cup is, and enjoy the water. It's just fine, and it's free, all you want. And I'll tell you, you're going for a run around the deck or a walk, and your sport cup is empty. Just pop down to the buffet. You know where the buffet is. Once you've been on the ship a little while, pop into the drink station. No one will talk to you. No one will stop you. No one will question you. You're a passenger on the cruise ship. You walk in with that sport cup and just head right for that drink station, fill it up with that cold water, and then go right back up there and go for your run or your walk or whatever you're doing. Get the water from there for free, and forget about this nonsense of paying $2.50 a bottle for water. Come on, water. Jeez. It kind of gets me upset. Bob Hall is saying, yes, sailed on the Magic, one of our best cruises. There you go, Steaming Bean. Someone's been on that ship already. Let's see. Bob Hollis is saying, took 8-day Eastern Caribbean out of Port Canaveral. There you go. Steaming Bean, look at 2 cruises on the Magic. Love Fort Lauderdale. Bob Hollis, Magic and Vista will swap ports in 2019. Cam Wilson is here. I just love these talks. Welcome, Cam. The Steaming Bean Magic has 2 8-day cruises. Fantastic. And the ship gets good reviews. So there you go. There you have it. Okay, next item on my to-do list, to mention to you guys today list. It's just a news article I read this morning. I thought I was reading something I'd read before, and it's like deja vu all over again. We have our friend here from France. Deja vu. I have a deja vu story. It's unbelievable. Royal Caribbean, the Voyager of the Seas, was on a 14-day trip from, I believe it's from Sydney to the South Pacific. Does this sound familiar to any of you folks? South Pacific 14-day cruise. 2 men got into a brawl. I think one man won the fight, and the other man lost the fight. Okay, the guy losing the fight has facial fractures, cuts, bruises. He's a mess. Broken jaw. This guy lost big time. Not only did the loser get kicked off the boat, but the winner got kicked off the boat They were in the brig for 2 days. Then they got knocked off the ship in Vanuatu, which is some islands in the Pacific. And the loser was traveling with a family of 3, mom, dad, and a daughter. They also got off the ship with him because they were traveling together, and they were going to be with him because he was in a mess. And he's spending thousands of dollars in Vanuatu in hotel costs, getting repaired, trying to heal to get back home, and now is getting ready to sue Royal Caribbean because he's claiming that he was the victim of this attack, and they treated him like he was a troublemaker. Well, they took both of them out, and they wouldn't believe either of their stories or couldn't care, and knocked them off that ship. And they're figuring, go ahead, sue us. We've got lawyers. You've got lawyers. You're off this ship. Get into this kind of altercation, you're gone. And I have a feeling that since the 23-member family got into the rumble, cruise lines have taken a whole new attitude. 4 people are in a fight, you're gone. You're out. You're out. We don't care what the problem is. We don't care who started it. You're all off. We don't want this. So behave yourselves, folks. Watch yourself. Anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting, but kind of uniquely interesting in how the cruise line reacted to this story. Just boom, you're out of here. What else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah. Other news. This conference, so this gathering of cruise ship people in Miami, all the industry reps and who's who of the cruise business, I'm sure was there. I think 11,000 people attended this conference. Pretty big deal. The headline that I found, or one of the sort of storylines that caught my attention, was something like this. It says cruise lines are building new cruise ships for the anticipated market of 2030. So all new cruise ships today are being designed and being perfected for the anticipated cruise market 12 years from now. That's how far ahead they're thinking, because a cruise ship that comes off of a shipbuilder's line today, comes out of the dry dock into the water, that's designed for the next 35 years. That ship's going to last a long time. And the cruise lines are going, we're not necessarily building it for just today's crowd. We're thinking ahead 12 years from now, because that's when the ship will be in its prime time for that, the next 10 years after that. And so they're talking about not boomers anymore being their main clients going forward. It's the millennials. They're targeting cruise ships today for millennials' tastes 12 years from now. So I'm looking at it going, yeah, I'm 62. They're thinking of me as a 74-year-old in 12 years going, Brucey boy, you're too old to be cruising in 12 years. You might not be able to get on the ship anymore because your knee's all screwed up, or you're so lost in your thoughts and dementia, you're gone. You're done for. You're not our concern anymore as our prime market. Our prime market today are baby boomers. Our prime market in 12 years, millennials. And I thought that was interesting. And this is how ships are now being designed and crafted with as much high tech as humanly possible. They're pre-wiring ships. They're looking for Wi-Fi everywhere on these ships, because they know that the generation behind the boomer generation, this generation, they're savvy, they're tech savvy, and they will not tolerate what we tolerated 10 years ago, where we were going downstairs to the internet cafe to pay $1 a minute to send an email back home. No, not 12 years from now. No, there will be no internet cafes. Even in a couple of years from now, there won't be any internet cafes. They'll be all gone. I found that to be an interesting little one-liner. But anyway, today I've got a trivia question for you guys, and I want you to enter your answers to the following question on this text message, and we'll see just how much you know. And I'm going to suggest that after 3 or 5 minutes from now, it's all over, because you're cheating now. You're looking up the answer to my question on the internet, and you're not doing it from memory. So I want you to be honest and just see if you can remember who the answer to this question from your own memory, and just start typing it in And in about 30, 40 seconds from now, I'll start seeing them because we're on a bit of a delay. So here we go. First question is, what year did the movie The Poseidon Adventure get released? What year was that? You remember? Put it in there. And the second part of the question, tell me the stars of that movie. Who were the stars of The Poseidon Adventure when that movie was released way back when? And I'm watching. We'll see who's in here, who gets how many right. There are a number of them. I'll tell you this much. When that movie was made, it cost $4.7 million to make. So it's an old one. But it made $127 million at the box office. How about them apples? That was a nice little return on your money, wouldn't you say? Here come the returns already. Jay Sonic is saying 1972. Debbie is saying 76. And Debbie Manuel, 70-something. The Steaming Bean, 1973. Belinda, I love that movie. Deb Boy Debbie. Shelley Winters. Cam Wilson is saying 1974 in the Star Wars. Jim Bean. Wrong. Belinda, 1970. Jay Sonic is saying, I don't know about that. Oh, I've already got a right answer on the year, but I'm not telling you what it is yet because I'm giving everybody a chance to try to hit it. But I know what you guys are doing. You're Googling now because it's stopped. There are no more answers coming in. Randy Lucas, 1975. Ernest Borgnine, or Ernie Borgnine. That's okay. Ernest Borgnine is correct. That's one of them. He's one of the stars. But the year, folks, was 1972. 1972. 4.7 million was what they spent to make it. 127 million gross at the box office. Who was the captain of that ship? Anybody know? Remember? Who played the role of the captain of the Poseidon? The SS Poseidon. Anybody got that answer? Pat Reed saying 1972. Oh my gosh. We're having too much. I'm having too much fun. I'm loving this. This is great. I've got a bunch of stars. I'll read them off to you when we get there. But just curious whether any of you folks can answer the question about the Poseidon Adventure. I remember watching the Poseidon Adventure for the first time. I believe I didn't see it in the theaters in 72. I think I saw it in 73 or 74. And I don't know how it came to pass, but I was in college at the time, and it was kind of like a student activity night, whatever. And the college got their hands on the reels, the movie reels, and they played this movie on a projector. And in those days, the projector, the movie ran on the projector for about 45 minutes a reel. So we had to watch this movie in 45-minute segments. And I'll tell you, that movie was a long one. It was 117 minutes long. So I think we had 3 reel changes at least. And I got to tell you that every time the reel change came up, we all went, oh, because this, they would go white. The screen would go white because we're all into it. So they would get the reel out, put the new reel in, and feed it through and start it up again. And here we go. And we're watching another 40, 45 minutes of this movie. It was just fantastic. Really got a kick out of it. Sylvan Forrest is asking, hang on a second, I have to submit it. The captain, Cam Wilson saying the captain was Cam Wilson. Wrong. Jay Sonic is cheating. He's got the movie on his laptop. He's already cheating. Randy Lucas is saying Captain Stubing. No. Sylvan Forrest. Captain Stubing from the Love Boat, maybe. No. Jay Sonic is saying, I'm a lover, not a cheater. Bob Hollis has got it. Leslie Nielsen from Naked Gun. Leslie Nielsen, Canadian actor, was the one. Scott Patchley, tomorrow. Judy Anstis, Leslie Nielsen, you got it. He was the captain. He was in the movie for what, 5 minutes? Then he died. We never saw him again. Oh, my. Other stars of this movie, folks. Let's tell you who else was in this movie. The number 1 star of this movie was Gene Hackman. He played the Reverend Frank Scott, and then Ernest Borgnine as Detective Lieutenant Mike Rogo. Then Red Buttons was in this movie as James Martin, and then Carol Lindley was in it. Roddy McDowell, remember the Planet of the Apes, the original Planet of the Apes? Roddy McDowell played in this movie. Stella Stevens was in this movie. Do you folks remember Stella Stevens from The Nutty Professor? Ms. Purdy from The Nutty Professor. Stella Stevens. Shelley Winters was in the movie. Jack Albertson was in the movie. Others were Pamela Sue Martin, Arthur McConnell, Eric Shea, Leslie Nielsen as Captain Harrison, Fred Sadoff, Brian Webster, Jan Arvan, Sheila Matthews, John Crawford, Bob Hastings, and Eric Nelson as Tinkham. There were all kinds of folks in this movie. It was one of those ensemble pictures, I guess, and a big blockbuster movie for 1972. 100 plus million, big money. Jaws in 74 was the first movie to make 100 million in a very short period of time. But this movie did make over 100 million over its sort of lifetime. Quite interesting. Judy Ann says, Kurt Russell. No, not Kurt Russell. Not on this one. No. Bob Hollis. Leonardo DiCaprio? Was he in that movie? No, the water was too warm in this movie. He was in the cold water version of the Titanic. Oh, my. Yeah, Jay Sonic saying, oh, yeah, he was in the beginning of the movie. Leslie Nielsen, that's right. That was my trivia question for the day today. I for some reason, the Poseidon Adventure just popped in there. I don't know why. It just popped in there, and I thought, oh, I'm going to look it up and see who played in that movie, and then I'll hit up my followers today and see how they're doing on the live stream on this one, because that's a classic cruise ship movie. I mean, geez, they don't seem to show it on cruise ships. Have you noticed that? When you're on has anyone ever seen the Poseidon Adventure on a cruise? I don't ever remember seeing the Poseidon Adventure on a cruise. Anyone? Not me. No. Red Buttons. Gene Hackman. Judy Ensis is saying it's right. Randy Lucas just sent me $2. Thanks, Randy, on the super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh man, yeah, lots of fun on the trivia stuff, and these actors. I mean, what they've done after or before, unbelievable. Some of these folks, Academy Award winners. Shelley Winters, I'm pretty sure. Gene Hackman, I'm pretty sure. Ernest Borgnine, definitely an award winner. I think Ernest Borgnine just passed away like a year or two ago. Just barely passed away. He lived a long time, a good full life. Very interesting. Here we are. Crash 3X is here today. How you doing? You may not know it, but there's a Titanic 2. I have watched it. The movie Titanic 2. Yeah, that didn't do as well as the #1 version, did it? The old Leonardo DiCaprio version. There's something about the draw at the box office. It's just not the same when you know Leo is dead. The character, he drowned in the first movie. He wasn't going to be in the second movie. So, the box office potential was rather limited. Oh, my. Towering Inferno is another one. That's right. Another big one. Judy says, kind of like watching Airplane on the flight you're on, laugh out loud. That's right. Shirley, you must be kidding. Oh, my name is not Shirley. Yeah, those are great action movies from way back when. The Towering Inferno, remember that one? The so-called 100-and-something story tower, and they had the rope go across, and people were going across this rope from one skyscraper to another, and oh man, crazy kooky stuff. But that was the 70s. That was the disaster movies of the day. What am I going to say? Bob Hollis, frankly. Yeah, I can't see Fred Astaire on the Poseidon Adventure. No, I think wasn't Fred Astaire in the Towering Inferno? Was I right on that? I suspect he was, but he wasn't on the Poseidon Adventure. No, not on the first one. There you go. That was kind of my topics of the day today. I've kind of covered what I wanted to talk about today, and I thought I'd end on that last one. Now it is all about. Let's see. Judy Ansa saying now it is all about what? Matt Wilson, hi Bruce. Hi Matt, how you doing? Maybe Jay Sonic saying zombies. Oh, now it's all about zombies, Juicy saying. Yeah. So maybe we should have zombies on the cruise ship. Cruise ship zombies, where you're on a 14-day luxury liner, from the middle of the Pacific, when all of a sudden, the first passenger is infected by something and they turn into a zombie, and now the whole cruise ship turns into zombies. You got the zombies at the back half of the ship. You got the non-zombies at the front half of the ship. And, oh, what are you going to do? I don't know. That could be a fun movie, trying to get off the ship and trying to, you try to get the good guys to get up to the bridge to get the ship, to steer the ship to a port, because the crew all, of course, got zombied out. That's the first thing that's going to happen, of course. And now you got to get the ship, and you got to get people in the engineering room to get the engines going, and you got to get the people in the bridge to get this. I don't know. That would be a great movie. Writes down movie idea. Cam Wilson writing down movie ideas right now. Here we go. Sharknado on a cruise ship. Here we go. The Sharknadoes are coming in. Oh, it's a bedlam. Total bedlam. We'll bring in some of the rappers for the kids, Jay-Z and some of these guys, and we'll bring in some actors for the boomers, and then we'll bring in actors for the millennials, and you will have like a whole family, version here of actors, stars, and starlets, and then we can have a lot of fun on a luxury cruise liner. It'll be the talk of the cruise business. Yeah, Jay Sonic. I have the movie on my laptop as well as the Poseidon Adventure. I didn't go check when the trivia was on. See, I ain't a cheater. I'm not a cheater, he said. Oh, yeah, he was. See, that's right. Fred Astaire was in the Towering Inferno. There you go. That was a big cast in the Towering Inferno. Another big cast. Another one of those mid-70s disaster movies with everybody coming on for a cameo or a 10-minute segment or whatever it would be. Actors that needed work, they got work. Those are the days. Well, anyway, folks, I hope you're giving me thumbs ups today. If you have been, I want to thank you for that. We'll take all we can get. I'm just going to see how many we got here on the old thumbs ups. 25 up, 2 down, a couple of trivia sore losers. But what are you going to do? We'll take the 25 up and the 2 down. That's activity. Thank you for that. If you give me one before you go get off the air, that'd be fantastic. I'm going to be packing it up here, saying thanks for watching today. I think we had a great show. Thanks for helping me get to 1 million minutes of view time. Unbelievable. 1 million minutes and 150,000 views. Thank you for all that too, you guys. Absolutely wonderful. 1,247 subscribers. It's great. It's just a wonderful channel. Continues to grow and expand out. We're finding new newbies all the time. Love it. And welcome you back every time. Tomorrow's Thursday. It's a 2-4. 5 Eastern and 8 Eastern. I'll be on for 2 shows. Cam Wilson saying thanks so much for the great stream. Enjoyed as always. Bob Hall saying see ya. Debbie saying goodbye. Thanks for your 2 contributions today, you guys. The two super chats. Really appreciate it. The first one, last one from Randy, and then the first one earlier today from the memory is the first to go, folks. Let me tell you that right now. The memory is the first to go. Bob Hollis. Thank you, Bob, again for your contribution. Send me an email, Bob. Tell me the name of the medallion that I'm sending you. What team do you want? And we'll take it out. I'll get it out there for you. Judy is saying, I cannot get anything done when you are on. Love it, Bruce. Glad to help your chaos. Congrats on 1 million by Debbie. Thanks, Debbie. You guys are so responsible for a lot of this. Thanks for all your retweeting. Thanks for you guys sharing my videos on Facebook with your friends and all your contacts and just exposing my channel. I really appreciate it. Ernest Gringo. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Ernest. Goodbye, Ernest. We're done. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Jay Sonic, Bruce. Did yourself have a great evening. You take care, Jay Sonic. Belinda. Bye, everyone. See you, Belinda. Take care down under. Bob Hollis, check your email. Question about group cruise. Thanks, Bob. I will. Have a good evening, everybody. I'm signing off. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce, saying thanks for joining me today on my live stream. I'll be on tomorrow for 2 shows, 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. What I'm going to talk about, I had no idea. We'll figure it out. There's always something to talk about with regard to cruising and cruise holidays. If you're a new cruiser, come on by, ask anything you want about cruising. We're here to help. Thanks again, everyone, today. You guys take care. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll see you. Goodbye.